Good morning, Life Group leaders. It has been a while since you have had a video from me, but we are getting back to it tonight. Some of the groups are getting back to it. There are a few that have decided to wait till the 21st to get going, but and as a result of that, what I'm going to do on these videos now, instead of just going by week, if some of us are on different ones, what I'm going to do is go over them by lesson. And so this week, our group, we may be a little bit back ahead, but we are on lesson 25, which is Jesus predicts Peter's denial in Luke 22. And so anyway, I'll be titling these and going over them week by week, and that way, if you're behind, you can go and watch the video for that particular week, and hopefully not be off. That hopefully will be helpful to you. This lesson is long this week, but I do think that it is one that will be very impactful. I believe a lot of the heart questions that you will find in the Leader's Guidebook can be applied in this lesson, so you don't just have to stick with the questions in the booklet that you have. Although I think they're very good this week. Just a few reminders for you as you start back this week. It might be good, since we've been off several weeks, to go ahead and play a game just to kind of break the ice again. Now, most of your groups have been together for quite a while, so they know each other well. But as you know, we played the game Have You Ever in boot camp, and that game is designed to help people understand that it's okay to share things, to be transparent. And if you've had trouble in your groups maintaining that transparency, if people just want to stay surface level, it might be fun and good for you to play that game just so that they understand they can be themselves and nobody's going to think less of them. It might be beneficial to do that. A couple other things that you need to do this week is remember to go over the mission of the church, which is making disciples who make disciples. We have to constantly put in front of them every time that's the objective. That's the mission. And in doing that, we need to make sure that they understand what a disciple is. It's one who's following Jesus, being changed by Jesus, and is on mission with Jesus. And that will be a good opportunity for you, again, to broach the subject of branching. I've had a couple groups talk to me already about branching as they go back into the spring. And I think that we have to make sure that we keep that in front of them and also in front of us. It could be very, very easy just to get comfortable with where we're at, but the goal is to invite more people so that more and more people can be discipled. And I believe that there are people in each one of your groups that would be willing to branch, and I know that it gets comfortable and fun to be with the people that you're with all the time, but we want to be doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and that's reaching more people for Christ. And so talk to them about branching. Might even look around and see who it is that you have that would be a good leader for one of those other groups, or a co-facilitator, because whenever you branch, the co-facilitator ideally would then be a facilitator in the next group, and both of you will need new co-facilitators. And just thinking about branching, whenever that does happen, we're going to celebrate that on a Sunday morning. We want the church to understand that this is exciting. It is what we are trying to accomplish, and we just want to celebrate the fact that God is using us to reach more people. And so I hope that you are excited to get back with it and get back with your people again. I know that it has been a long time for me because I had to go and miss the last one for an event. So I'm ready to get back with the people in my group and begin this discipleship process once again. Looking at the lesson this week before we finish up, this is the one where Peter denied Jesus. I did have a question earlier. I believe it was either last week. I think it was last Sunday. about what is the temptation that Jesus tells the disciples to pray so that they might not enter into it. It's verse 41. No, I'm sorry, verse 40 in Luke 22. It's after they came out to the Mount of Olives, and when they came to the place, he said to them, "Pray that you may not enter into temptation." The question was asked of me, what was that temptation? Well, I believe based on the context of this passage, the temptation was going to be for them to deny Christ. And that's exactly what we see happening. The enemy is tempting them to deny who he is, and I believe this lesson hits it with application questions. It hits it with the very one. It says, "In what ways do we deny Christ today?" I believe some of those ways are the fact that we just don't speak up whenever we need to. We don't share the gospel enough, and but there are many ways we deny him by just going along with other people. Maybe they are making fun of somebody. Maybe they're making fun of the church. Who knows? Could be a myriad of things. But I believe we deny Christ by sometimes actively doing things that would be contrary to the life of a disciple. And then I think other times we don't do anything which denies the life of a disciple of Jesus Christ. And so just wanted to answer that question as we go through this lesson. Like I said, some of those heart questions that we had in our book are extremely beneficial. Going back to it here so I can make sure I give you the right ones. All right. What do you see about yourself? I think that is a great question to ask in this lesson. What has it looked like when you have or have not lived this in your life? And so I believe not only do we need to look at the negative aspects of this temptation, but let's talk about the positive things as well, as far as times that they have resisted temptation. What is it that has helped them do that? And I believe that we get into this in question 2 here. And so I think that's about all the things I've got for you this morning. And I apologize if I seem a little groggy. I am. But at any rate, we're getting back to life groups tonight, and I hope you're excited about that. And I hope to see you in church in just a little bit. Thanks.